Yes.
The next we have to define is a business area. A business area can be a physical location, means uh, a branch office. It can be a business function, that is sales, production, marketing, or it can be a product segment. Like if you take an example of vehicle industry, then it can be an SUV, it can be uh, small vehicles, then uh, commercial vehicles. So if you further wants to s- segregate your business transactions based on this business areas, or based on this criteria, that you want a separate uh, sales information for your branch offices, so then you can create a business area. It is an internal, it is created for internal reporting purpose, therefore it is optional. Whether if your client business structure defines that he needs to maintain the branch, uh, he wants that his business needs to be divided through branch offices, he wants separate financial records for the branch offices, then you can create the business area. Again, the business area is not directly assigned to company code, because for each and every posting you have to assign, the end user have to assign, manually assign the business area, because the only end user will know that the sales invoice I'm posting, whether it is for Mumbai location, whether it is for Delhi location. Okay. So while posting the sales invoice, the end user can assign business area to a particular transaction. So that is the use of business area. So how to create it? This is the transaction code and menu path. So to define the business area, this is the transaction code and this is the menu path. So we are already under the menu path. So this is the node define business area. Execute this. So if you go to new entries, you have to define a code. It can be a 4-digit alphanumeric code, and you can define the business area, whether it is your location or whether it is a zone or whether it is a department, that you have to define. Since it is defined at client level, so we can access any of this. So therefore we are not going to define the business area. We have access to all this. Okay. Then the next thing that we need to define is company. It is again optional, because if your client wants a consolidated reporting for its corporate group, then you need to define the company.
Yes.
So even if you are maintaining the internal trading or intercompany transactions, you need a company. So to define a company, this is the transaction code and this is the menu path. So we are already under the menu path. So this is the node define company. Go to new entries. To define the company, you the naming convention is 6-digit alphanumeric code. So you can define as, if I define as SAP 456, so I can say the data computers group. That is the name of corporate group, and it is situated in USA. So we have to define the country, then the language key and currency as per. So click on save, create new request, define company. Save and continue. So if you want, if the client or the customer wants to maintain a corporate, uh, a group consolidated group reporting for corporate reporting purpose, then there is a requirement that all the company codes should be assigned to the company. So to do that, the transaction code is OX16, and the menu path is display IMG, enterprise structure, then assignment, financial accounting, and assign company code to company. So if a client's or customer's corporate group consists four company codes representing the four separate legal entities, then you have to assign the corporate group company that you have created to each of the company code, so that the further configurations, with the help of further configurations, system can generate a consolidated report for the corporate group. So select execute this, go to position. Position is the word used for find or search. So search your company code that you have created, continue, and here you have to enter the 6-digit code that you have created or you have assigned to your company, that is SAP 456. Press enter. Here system will show you the information or warning. The yellow sign, the yellow color represents information or warning, and the red color represents the error. So this is not the error, it is an information that the company currency differs from company code currency, because for our company code we have defined the currency as INR, and for our company we have defined the currency as USD. So that is the reason system is showing us the information. So press enter the information to ignore this information, and now click on save, create new request, assign company to company code.
Sir, what is the benefit of we are writing short description
Okay.
and why we are doing this?
Okay. So I have performed a customization activity. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to save this data, and the customization data is saved in the form of transport request. So
Okay.
that why I have to create the transport request. And the purpose I am defining, writing the short description with each individual process is that if you click on this own request, you will find the number of customization requests. So if I don't define the short description for the customization that I am saving with my company code, then it will be difficult for me if I have to transport this request to the next server, that is quality and assurance server, for testing purpose. Or if they send me the file that you need to make changes in the customizations that you have performed to define the company code, then I have to find from all the list that what customizations I have performed for particular customization. So that is the purpose of defining the short description for each process. So it will create a separate file for each customization. It will reduce the file size. Clear?
Okay, thank you.
So create request, assign company to company code. Save and continue. So this is called the execution button, and this is called the IMG activity documentation. Here, the information about this configuration activity is defined by SAP. So if you click on this icon, it will show you the purpose and or the use or the prerequisites that you required to perform this configuration. So along with the nodes, if you study this information, that it will be an added information for you, and that would be the enough. Okay, I will not say enough, it will say sufficient for you to understand the concept. Okay.
Please like, share, and subscribe to SAP FICO-GURU for more valuable learning.